May I remind you that trading is risky and not suitable for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you cannot afford to lose. Welcome to QuantBox Daily. Today's Tuesday, October 25th, and we're just about half an hour before London Open. So let's take a look. I believe there was a sound issue in yesterday's video. My sincere apologies. So I'll go through what I discussed yesterday, but sort of to follow on today, because you'll find that price action remains kind of the same, right? I'm still very much observing price action at the moment, waiting for some indication of direction, not falling into the traps, not reacting to price, and maintaining my fundamental bias. So you can see euro dollar, we still remain bearish with a score of -5, and you can see it's just -1s across the board. Now, what's interesting is our balance between retail sentiment, long and short, okay? So that's quite interesting. Looking at news for today, we can see we got some low and some high impact news coming out of Germany today and Spain. In terms of the rest of the day, some more Germany and Belgium news, some United States news later on, all low impact. Some medium tier news, much later on the New York session. Some more low to medium tier news. So a pretty chill day on the news slate today. Okay. In terms of our technicals, we'll jump into that in a moment on the charts. But the key thing to pay attention is the fact that we're still bearish on euro dollar. Taking a look at pound dollar, we can see here that we're currently neutral on pound dollars. We can leave pound dollar alone. Some interesting items coming out of the UK today. We've got two medium tier news items coming out of the UK today. Besides that, a pretty quiet day on the news slate for the UK. USD CAD, we currently have a buy, okay, and we don't have any Canadian news today. All right, we're still bullish on the CAD, on the USD CAD, sorry. On the Aussie USD, we're still bearish, okay. And the Kiwi dollar, we're still neutral, okay. On the yen pairs, Aussie yen, we're still neutral. On the CAD yen, we're still neutral. On the euro yen, we're still neutral. On the pound yen, we are still neutral. And on the Kiwi yen, we are still bullish. Okay, so yen pairs haven't changed much. As far as our dollar pairs are concerned, pound dollar neutral, everything else remains the same. Also Kiwi dollar also still neutral. So let's have a look at our charts and see what we've got. So starting euro dollar, okay, so take a look at the daily time frame. This is something I was saying yesterday, right? If you're looking for bearishness, you're looking for lower lows, lower highs. Look at that chart. Do you see lower lows, lower highs? I do not, okay? I see this low, then this lower high, then this higher low, then this lower high, then this higher low, and then this sort of top of the range move over here, okay? Looks like consolidation to me. Looking at the idea of selling, I'm looking for lower lows, lower highs, right? You can see that the structure right now is not bearish. Even on an H1 time frame, you can see the structure isn't bearish, okay? So I'm waiting for, preferably I'm waiting for lower lows and lower highs, either on the daily or the H4 time frame. You could look for an H1 time frame, but I prefer daily or H4, okay? And just so we can start, building a bearish channel. At such point, if price breaks down, makes a lower low, pulls back for a lower high, I'm interested in getting involved. And the reason for that is because I don't want to get stuck in low volatility. I'm not interested in these little move ups and move downs and these small little trades. It doesn't interest me at all. What I want is swing trades, right? I want something where I can, well, I suppose if you're a bull and you got it over there, then you got it over here, you had a successful swing trade, but I'm not a bull, I'm a bear. So I'm looking for opportunities to sell this and take it down unless I've got a complete change in bias. And looking at the daily time frame, I do not have a higher low yet. This is still consolidating. So I'm waiting for some kind of indication of bearish structure or a complete change to the bearish structure in terms of bullish structure, in which case we've got a reversal pattern, a higher high, a higher low, and we can continue going up. Now, we do not have a reversal pattern. Keep in mind how bearish this has been, and there's been no reversal pattern. So I remain a bear, but I need some indication of bearishness, okay? So I'm being very patient, waiting for that. I'm looking for my higher time frame strategy, looking for my higher time frame resistance and bearishness, then verifying that trade down the line as I move down to lower time frames. The Aussie USD still bearish on. Now you can see yesterday, I spoke about the fact that price came up to this 21 EMA. I didn't like it very much. Even though we had the role reversal here, I didn't like this higher low over here. Okay, I didn't like the fact that price came down before it came up. And it was actually quite evident on the 4-hour time frame as well, because you look at this, we had this massive consolidation over here. Price then shoots up into this role reversal. And it certainly was a role reversal, 100%. You can see there that resistance over there coming into play. Friday close coming into that resistance over there. The thing for me on Sunday night was why price jumped above that resistance and then came down. That didn't make sense to me. If price was going to close that resistance, price should have gapped down, pulled back up. So that the first thing there was a bit of a warning sign for me. And then second of all this consolidation down here, price coming up, price coming down. I'm not saying this is long-term bullish, but I definitely don't see anything I'd like to get involved in just yet. This can go up or down. That's fine. I'm not interested in worrying about that. I'm focusing on consistency and control. And looking at this right now, I see a lot of sideways moves, right? And I don't want to get stuck in low volatility. I remain bearish. I'm looking for bearishness, okay? And I'm looking for lower lows and lower highs, some kind of indication of continuation and bearish trend, or alternatively, a reversal pattern followed by a higher high and a higher low, okay? And I'd like to see that higher low closing at a role reversal. So bearish integrity becomes bullish integrity. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not seeing it yet. So you can see here coming up to the 12 o'clock candle closing at this resistance, 4 o'clock candle coming down, closing at this support. I've got resistance, I've got support, I've got a whole bunch of things going on here. I'm just going to stay focused on this and just see how things develop over the course of the day. Then pound dollar is neutral. Kiwi dollar is neutral. We got USD CAD. We can still look for buying opportunities, but we're still stuck up here, right? We have not had a proper pullback into bullish areas. So the problem is we remain fundamentally bullish, but technically we're completely out of position. And so we have these two forces pushing against each other. In the meantime, you got that horrible, nasty range. I'm not interested in that at all, right? So we've got this weekly M2 over here, fair enough. I'm still looking for higher highs and higher lows, right? I'm looking for decent momentum so I can get into that trade. Look at what we've had previous weeks, right? Decent momentum. Lots of money being made here. Inside here, lots of money being lost. I don't want to be one of those traders losing my money to low volatility. So I'm being very careful. And I'm paying attention to very specific things that I'm looking for, okay? Decent momentum in the form of higher highs and higher lows. Our Kiwi dollar, we've got neutrality on. All our yen pairs except for our Kiwi yen. Now, the problem with Kiwi yen is, look at where I am right now. I'm completely out of position. There's nothing I can do with price up there, okay? I'm just looking at this and saying, what exactly is that? Price comes all the way up here. Now we're chilling over here. Also, with it being so high, if I take yearly pivot points into consideration, my goodness, am I really interested in long-term buys on Kiwi yen? I don't think so. So at this moment in time, for my personal view on things, I'm currently sitting on my hands and I'm waiting. And I think that is also equally as an important decision as it is to decide when to trade, is deciding when not to trade. The analysis is exactly the same. And I believe that not making money is the same as not losing money is the same as making money, right? There's no point in having made money last week and this week you throw all of it away and some more, because that's not consistent. So know what you're looking for, know what type of market you're looking to trade. And I think the ultimate pattern, if you're a bear, the ultimate pattern that you could look for is something like this. If you can identify this pattern in the market, then you are a winner, right? If you're a bull, of course, it's the opposite. It's just higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. If you don't see that in the markets, then be aware of the fact that there's not a trend. And if you aren't trading a trend, you're trading a range, you're trading low volatility. Be careful of that, right? Think about if you lose money, think about how long it takes to make that money back. And what's the point when you can just sit back, keep your powder dry, wait for market conditions to be better, but stay focused, continue watching webinars, continue looking at your QuantBox, continue looking at your charts, but know what you're looking for in terms of a setup. Remember, I've got the Stop Look and Correct session later today. Bring your questions. Let's talk about it. Have a great day. Stay safe, stay focused, stay disciplined. Stay liquid. Cheers.